inner silence. And now we all know that the body needs rest. If you don't rest the body on a regular basis, you will lead to energy crash. We all know this. But what's not often commonly considered is the mind also needs its rest and recuperation, preferably every day. If you don't rest your mind, then eventually this will lead to mental burnout. Now, if you stay to the end, I'll show you a very effective method you can use to train yourself to be able to rest and recuperate your mind. Now, it's been said by many through the ages that to obtain inner silence is the path to enlightenment. Now, we read books on this, and then the problems begin when we try to sit in silence. Just sit and think of nothing. What could be simpler? But as soon as we try, we notice that our ordinary mental activities refuse to take a break. The flow of thoughts continues. The act of trying to turn ourselves inwards only seems to make the mind even more active and even more insistent. I remember the first time that I ever tried to sit in inner silence and meditate, and of course my mind was chattering like an excited schoolgirl, would not shut up. Now, we try hard to banish our thoughts and send them away, but this only serves to make them grow stronger. Then we end up becoming frustrated and soon discover that it's very difficult to literally sit and think of nothing and for our mind to be silent. At the other end of the spectrum, we tend to sit down. Some people close their eyes and gradually sink into a trance. They become lost to the world and almost oblivious to themselves. After a while, they return to normal consciousness but retain a strange sense of sleepiness. Now, this is how many perceive meditation to be kind of in a trance. But neither of those two approaches is true inner silence, and they're not going to work effectively. True inner silence is a state of intense, but at the same time, totally relaxed alertness, a state of equilibrium, a state of equipoise. We are kind of luminously and quietly present and light, but also fully alert. Now, when I was receiving teaching in this sphere, my teacher would have me sit and meditate. He would instruct me to sit and meditate, and then he would sneak up on me and tap me on the shoulder. And he always used to say, if I can sneak up on you and tap you on the shoulder, then you're not alert, you're not doing it correctly. You're not aware, you're not present, you're not alert enough, you're drifting off into the kind of trance state, which many believe is the proper way to meditate, but it's not. Now, in the state of inner silence, when you achieve it, we realize clarity and see truths that are previously unknown to us. This reveals a new level of consciousness to us. The cultivation of silence has immense therapeutic benefits. When we succeed in stilling the form-making stream of thoughts in our minds, all subjective conflict vanishes. Our scattered thoughts are resolved into unity. We save our mental energy, which is otherwise scattered in many directions, and this often happens, the mind being scattered in various directions at the same time. And this is what it means to be mentally drained, because you can't shut off the inner dialogue. The effect of inner silence gives our mental organism a chance to harmonise and become centred, without the interfering of the active and divided mind, which constantly harasses you with all of its problems. Now, in our modern age, as we all know, we are bombarded with distractions from multiple sources at multiple angles, all at the same time. So you can see the benefit that inner silence is indeed the ultimate resource if you know how to obtain it, and it's not easy. It's going to take time to master, and of course mastery of anything takes practice, and gaining inner silence is no different. Many seek out quick fixes and instant results, and if you continue to do this, then many things, and this includes your inner silence, are always going to be beyond your grasp. So how do you begin to still the mind? Well, the way I was taught to do it, and this is a really effective method, real inner silence only occurs after we have first learned to focus our attention on some chosen object or form. Now, this trick will get you started. Instead of trying to silence the mind, you will instead be accepting that the mind's active. This will avoid the frustration, and you'll be focusing your thoughts and keeping them on some fixed form or symbol. Now, what you do is when you sit to practice, you want to place, I'll give you a couple of examples here. It can be anything like a symbol. You focus your thoughts and your mental processes on just this one thing. It can be a symbol or the cross. It can be an image on a piece of paper, the flame of a candle, a picture or a photo, a nice landscape. It's something that resonates with you and something that you enjoy looking at, and this will make the task much easier, of course. So you focus your wandering attention on your chosen image or symbol. Hold that image in your field of vision while breathing deeply via the nostrils using the full breath, which utilizes the entire lung. The full breath, not belly breathing, is of course a better method of breathing than most people tend to breathe, but the full breath, utilizing the entire lung, is far more effective for these exercises. Breathe slowly and steadily, taking roughly the same time to inhale as it takes to exhale. When inhaling, just perform that single inhalation. Focus on the inhalation and keep your thoughts and your vision fixed upon your chosen image while you are doing this. So all you have in your immediate vicinity is the process of breathing and the focus of your mental thoughts and your vision fixed upon the image that you've chosen for yourself. With each inhale and exhale, focus on just that individual inhalation and exhalation while keeping your thoughts and your sight upon your image. Of course, while you're doing this, your inner silence will not be complete. Thoughts will keep coming, but just try to leave them without attaching to them or identifying with them. Leave them in the distant background of your mind. They will come, they're just transient. They'll come, just leave them in the background. Don't sort of grab hold of them. When you grab hold of the thought, attach to the thought or identify with the thought, before you know it, boom, the never-ending stream of thoughts. One thought leads to another and you've lost your inner focus. In the foreground of your mind, just focus on the breathing and the vision of your chosen image. In time, you will find that this will become easier and you will be able to become more adept at fixing your attention on the chosen image. Now, this process is called reflective meditation. Because you engage the chatter of the mind upon a thing or an image and reflect on it to the exclusion of everything else, this will help you to develop a state of unity in the conscious mind. This exercise of reflection or contemplation is a great way to train yourself on the path to the recognition and the acquiring of real inner silence. Give it a go. Start to practice regularly because it really is effective. If you want to see truth in all things and all things in the truth, I will be giving you many more different exercises that you can practice to help you develop this. Subscribe to this channel and follow this series for more.